My millionaire sister-in-law told me to pack up my newly adopted 5-year-old daughter and hand her over, like she was some borrowed designer bag. And when I told her she was completely insane, my in-laws actually tried to legally take my child away. For some context, my husband and I are both in our late 20s. We're not wealthy, but we live comfortably. For the past 3 years, we've been foster parents. That's how we met Maya. When Maya first came to us, she was deeply traumatized, scared, and completely nonverbal. But over 2 years, we poured all our love into her. Slowly, she transformed into an incredible little girl. Just last month, the adoption was finalized. She officially became ours, forever. Now, let me tell you about my sister-in-law, Vanessa. She's 34, married to a well-known surgeon, and they live in a massive mansion. She's completely obsessed with her image. She wants a child, but only for the perfect Instagram life. She refuses to get pregnant because, in her words, it would ruin her perfect body. And she won't adopt the traditional way because she doesn't want a damaged child. Yes, she's really that awful. But the moment Maya's adoption was finalized, and Vanessa saw how sweet and well-behaved she had become, she suddenly decided she wanted to play mom. It all happened at Maya's adoption celebration party. Vanessa pulled me into the kitchen, holding a glass of expensive champagne, and casually said, "So, my husband and I have decided we're going to take Maya. You've already done all the hard work, and we're very grateful. We'll reimburse all your legal fees and add extra for your time." But she was serious. She pulled out a checkbook from her Prada bag. I was instantly furious. I told her to get out of my house immediately. Before she could leave, my mother-in-law stepped in and sided with her. She looked me straight in the eye and said, "Vanessa can give Maya a life of luxury. Country clubs, private schools, a huge trust fund. You live in a small house. If you really love that child, you'll let her go to the family that can raise her properly." That was it. I threw both of them out. My husband was beyond furious. That very night, he cut all contact with his mother and sister. We thought that was the end of it. We were very wrong. A week later, I was home alone when I got a notification from our Ring camera. It was Vanessa, standing at our front door with a real estate contractor. She was loudly saying she planned to buy our house just so Maya could stay in a familiar environment. I didn't open the door. I called the police. She was officially charged with trespassing. Then came the phone calls. Vanessa's wealthy friends, people I had never even met, started calling me, hurling insults. They called me selfish, accused me of depriving a little girl of a luxurious life. And then things escalated beyond imagination. Child Protective Services suddenly showed up at our door. Someone had reported that we were starving Maya and locking her in a dark room. Of course, we let them in. Maya was sitting in the living room, happily drawing, surrounded by her toys. The caseworker immediately saw that the allegations were completely false. She even hinted that false reports like this often come from vindictive family members. That was the final straw. We didn't just get a restraining order. We changed our entire lives. We quietly sold our house without telling anyone, moved 3 states away, changed our phone numbers, deleted all our social media. Later, through a distant relative, we found out Vanessa had gone to Maya's old school and claimed she's my daughter. The school went into lockdown and called the police. She was arrested on the spot, and her husband divorced her out of shame. And us? We're finally safe, living a peaceful, happy life with our daughter.